Let's go. We're launched in the battle bus. Dropping in. Let's take a look at the drop map.
Game 5. 2 more games to close out day 2. Looks like a nice mid-map battle bus from east to west. Players evenly split throughout the map. And if we have any similarities to the earlier games throughout the day, the players from the preparation they've done, it's kind of been not as aggressive to start out the match. The players are very, calm, collected, focused on not only their loot path, but their rotations, and they don't end up getting into too many engagements off the drop. I actually see one person who got knocked down though already on the minimap, so there might be a bit of action happening. But as we go over to Mega City, Iamzo was actually going to be the first one to get those 2 eliminations. Bevies, Pablo Wingu are going to be taken out here.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of players in Mega City. 4 teams in Mega City landing, and they're all insane players like Epic Whale, Acorn, Karmi.
Oh, Cammy's down.
No,
Cammy's down.
No. Oh, Dexify and Draftel taking Cammy out. And Japko's still up. Oh, man. He has a pretty good loadout so far.
This is dangerous, Matt. This is danger for our #1 duo. Right now, the only duo to have more than 2,000 points, almost 500 points ahead of second place on the leaderboard, but going down right off the rip, off spawn, not able to get placement points, not able to get elimination points. This could be devastating for the duo, but Japko might be able to make something happen if he can clutch it up with his solo.
Yeah, if he can grab his reboot card, that'd be amazing. Dexify actually lands south of Cammy and Japko, so you think maybe they're like, alright, we won't mess with each other. Not telling each other, actually, but just telling each other without telling each other, like, hey, we're trying to all get to endgame. But it looks like they just pushed him, and Dexify and Draftel maybe looking to get Japko out as well. They're watching for him, and Japko's playing safe. He's just, he's hiding and being patient. Patience is key in no builds. Casker going down in the kill feed to Axe Force. 43 teams left, only 1 team eliminated so far.
Look, I said there wasn't going to be a lot of action off spawn, but from what we're seeing now, it looks like pure carnage. The loot, though, for Yapko, he's already got his Cybertron cannon. You can see he was also using the flare gun there to mark his opponents.
Is stacked.
He is literally stacked. Like, he is looking good. Has the shockwaves as well if he has to use them, if he gets pushed by Dexify and his duo partner. So he does have that escape if he needs to use it. But looking back at Mega City, Reason, Amar up above on the building, looking down above or looking down below, see if they can get some tags on their opponents.
Yeah, it looks like they're actually all about to run into each other. So we might have a fight coming out here. Oh, he's in the bad spot. Arrow.
Oh, no.
Arrow trying to launch.
1 HP.
No.
Goes down. Vanyak gonna secure that elimination.
Yeah, nah, it's hard to get away, especially... Oh, Japko taking on the duo.
This is not good.
He's running away, 4 HP. He just missed.
Come on, Yapko.
He has to get out of there.
Cybertron cannon. He has no more shockwaves left, no more mobility to use to get out of this situation. Out of heals, out of shield. It's a 1 versus 2. There's a 1% chance he comes out on top here. Is he going to make it happen?
Oh, man, and let...
Oh, Yapko, no! He said, if you... I can't believe it. Yeah. He said, if I'm not getting here alive, you're not getting the elimination. Takes himself out with the flare gun. Yapko, I'm going to pretend my eyes were closed there.
Oh, man, yeah, you can see how disappointed he is on the screen. It's a tough situation to be. Being out of the game early is just the worst feeling in the world, and I can go off of experience. I've definitely got eliminated off spawn many times before. It's not a good feeling. You just have to sit there. I mean, you can also use that time to talk to your duo, be like, all right, hey, listen, we got eliminated because of that. Let's change it and let's go into the next game with a better intention.
Look, on the contrary though, they are about 500 points ahead of second place, so it's obviously not good to go down so early, but they have 1 more match left today, and I'm sure now they can figure out what went wrong in that previous match, and it's going to affect them, but it's also going to make the leaderboard a lot closer now. I'm not sure if someone's going to pass them this game. They would have to really pop off, but they're definitely going to be a bit more on the edge of their seat now.
Yeah, and you see Epic Whale with 4 shockwaves, 4 porta bunkers, 3 bigs. Like, he has some really good loot from Mega City. Mega City is a large POI that, many people can land at. Oh, he's shooting at the NPCs. Hopefully, I think they can get some loot from there, actually. Some really viable loot.
Acorn down below with his duo partner Epic Whale from above, kind of scouting it out. You could actually see Malibuka and Thomas HD, who do land at the racetrack north of Mega City. They hear those shots. They're kind of interested in what's going on down below, but not interested enough to take a shot.
The left side of the map is really empty compared to the right and south side. I was surprised that not more people are like landing top left, especially if they're getting eliminated off spawn, getting eliminated early, and it's happening over and over. I would just look at the drop map, be like, all right, there are actually not that many people on the top left. Let's go there instead.
Yeah, I mean, you could see when you looked at the drop map, I mean, the south side was incredibly congested, even around the jungle. There's a lot of the coolers now, so it gives that opportunity to get that little whip special serve, healing you instantly 100 shield and 100 HP. But as we switch over to our early tournament day 2 champions here, Gentle and Dark, with almost back-to-back VRs in the second place there, starting it off. They're close to Clicks and Duke, though.
Yeah.
So this could be a pretty dangerous engagement.
They gotta be careful. Clicks and Dukes are very aggressive when it comes to pushing people, especially if they have the right loot. They are not afraid to get in the fight. Malibuka and Thomas HD using the vehicle, you know, using the zip lines as well, getting on the high ground. You know, we've always been talking about the high ground the past few days. High ground is so important because see, now you just can't get shot at, you can't get lasered, but you can see everybody below and you can determine, hey, I'm gonna look at you, but you can't look at me.
That's what I love so much about the jungle biome. It has so many changes in elevation from the trees to the hills around the map. It really opens up a lot of opportunities to put yourself in an advantageous position against your opponents who are, you know, rotating through the jungle. So you could see Thomas HD Malibuka actually doing exactly that. But as we switch out of the zone, Zemi and his duo partner M-Pen still up in the storm, kind of, you know, taking it a bit slow.
It looks like Reciprocal is maybe waiting to reboot Casker, but he wants to wait for Zemi and Enfen to just get out, because when you hear a reboot, you run towards the reboot. That is basically free elimination points, especially when he spawns in the air right above the reboot. You can easily laser him out of the sky.
You got to be careful. It's a pro tip from EMAD.
Yeah, you got to wait for everybody to clear the premises. Double check, triple check that nobody's around when you reboot. Because listen, I've been rebooted many times. It didn't end so well.
It didn't go too well for you
before I even landed.
Learning through experience. Look, on the positive side, there is the flare gun, so you can use it to kind of check your surroundings. So, you know, maybe I can hit a reboot here. Mr. Savage actually already with double little whip special serves, so he's going to have more than enough HP and shield to play with as these matches go on. Hopefully, maybe even get that back-to-back VR, as they did take home the previous match.
Yeah, look at Fahed and Hero taking like a good high ground spot, scouting. That's so important in zero builds. Scouting, knowing where everybody is, because listen, it's hard to get around, and when you scout, you know where you can go at what time, because you're on such a high ground, you can see everything around you.
Right, it's all about awareness and knowing what is happening in your surroundings. If you know where the duos who land by you are going to be rotating, then you know how to make your rotation based on that information to have a much more efficient rotate. Zone now is going to be closing more towards the southwest side of the map here, so all those duos in Bastion up northeast are going to have a longer rotate here.
Yeah, there's around 20 players still in the storm. They're just taking their time, they're finding the right loot, and they're just making sure that before they leave the storm, before they leave their drop spot, that they have the right loot to get into endgame, because if you don't have the right loot in endgame, it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well.
Especially at zero build, if you don't have those shockwaves, those porta bunkers, even those instant heals like the slurp juice or the special serves, you gotta be careful. A lot of these duos will try and kind of conserve these very important items for the late game, so you have that cover and that mobility when it comes to it. And if you don't have it, you might even have to take some engagements to try and get those items to kind of up that percentage of success that you'll have if you make it to the late game.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about the NPCs so much. You just saw Seti with a NPC, basically a trio partner. That doesn't really talk too much, you know. He's kind of shy.
You know, he's kind of shy, but might throw some jug splashes as King and Phaser. King representing Argentina now, his duo partner, looking to see if they can make something happen. Speaking about aggression, it looks like that's exactly what they're hunting for here, but look at their loadout, EMAD. 3 porta bunkers, has the mobility, so maybe they decided, you know, we do have a bit of loot. We don't really need these eliminations. Only heals being mini shields that are one of the lower tier heals for zero build, especially with all the new items added.
I think once they saw Muzz and Bully had a cannon, they're like, let's get as far away as possible. We need to get out of here. And a lot of the times, it's actually better to disengage, because you know the players have better loot, and if you don't have the same loot, or like even equivalent to it. You just got to get away and maybe eliminate them later down the line.
Ooh, looking like a bit of danger here though for Clix, as he has been cracked. This is an engagement that we've seen for lasting a while now, actually, in these Rumble Ruins. Reminder, there is a boss NPC in these Rumble Ruins, which if you end up eliminating, drops a mythic MK assault rifle. So we'll see. I believe it was what Gentle and Dark have been using throughout these matches, but now looks like they ran out of shields, as Clix has only recuperated about 25 shield. But they do have that Cybertron cannon.
Yeah, it's actually, this is a tough place to fight. There's so many tunnels and it's just hard to keep track. So once you're fighting here, you gotta be careful, especially when the other team has a cannon.
Yeah. Trading Cybertron cannon shots. It's scary. I'm kind of leaning. I tried dodging that in real life. There's the Cybertron cannon. Got shot. But Paper Yamzo now, they do have their vehicle ready to be used once that zone closes and opens up an opportunity for them to rotate. But like it was earlier, so many duos inside the storm here. You can take a look. I mean, it looks like half the lobby almost.
Yeah, no, half the lobby are just chilling. They just want to make it to endgame because that's when the most points are available to get. You know, when you make it to endgame, it's not just easy to get placement points, it's easy to get elimination points. When you get elimination points, the placement points come in even faster. And on the bottom left of the map, it's actually completely empty. And I'm not sure if anybody knows that, but if I were them, I would, you know, scout out the area, make sure there's nobody around, and chill in the bottom left.
Yeah, I mean, especially as the zone is pulling more and more south, almost closing around Shattered Slabs here. But taking a look, Pink and Nos, our previous Gamers8 Zero Build champions, continuing to rotate through. Thomas HD on the feed also taking down Karmi. I'm curious to see now how Alex is going to play this out. Kind of patient. You were saying it yourself, Emad. Patience is key, especially 100%. In the Zero Build mode.
Yeah, you got to be patient. That's why you see everybody in the storm. They're just waiting. They're waiting. They're waiting to use all their loot right into the last zone. We got Acorn. We got Muzz, Bully, just looking for tags. Bully's chilling in the bush. You always love when you know, seeing the OG bush campers.
You really do, and you can see Acorn there, kind of making use of that. 3 shockwaves, 4 porta bunkers, and a Cybertron cannon.
Yamzo and Paper going down to Duke. The double elimination from Duke. You know, playing in those. Oh, Clix going down as well. Aegis and Kanata cleaning up. Duke and Clix are out for the game.
You're never safe, Emad. You're never safe. The third parties, the fourth parties. Just when you think you've done it, a wild Kanata Aegis in the jungle take you out. Now recuperating all that loot that they were looking for, as Quinn and Vert continuing to play a bit slow in a bush here, might actually be able to pick Opt and Fluger out here.
Oh, they're sneaking up. They're crouching. When you crouch, you can't really hear the footsteps too well. So that's why whenever you okay. They need to relax, because when they have the high ground, no, Quinn, he's making the break for it.
Will he be able to do it here? Quinn trying to escape. The vehicle, though, it's out of HP. It's going to blow up now. Vert, Quinn, no more options for rotation other than shockwaves if they have some in the inventory, as now Fluger Opt continue with the advantage in this engagement, but now they've lost the positional advantage as they're down below. Vert, Quinn up above now as the engagement continues. Vert gets knocked, though. It's a 2 versus 1 now. Quinn against both of them, but he gets 160 pumped. He's one shot away, and Fluger ending this engagement swiftly.
Yeah, no, it's a tough. You saw how they had the high ground and they just absolutely lasered them. zAndy going down. N-Pen trying to 1v2. Oh. No. Andy getting lasered in the back. Refsgaard pushing up on N-Pen. He's launched. He's escaping. He's gone. He's so low.
Flying. N-Pen, no. Nice try from Zemi.
And they're fighting in Storm too. Like it's like it's normal. Like, hey, we're all here, but they don't want to be next to each other.
It's crazy. I mean, you saw the Cybertron cannons going back and forth from N-Pen, Zemi against Refsgaard and zAndy, but they took him out pretty quickly there, I believe.
That zone is not going to play a good part for the players really far in Creaky Compound and Mega City. They got a long way to go, so they got to be careful because there is storm sickness in the game. And in storm sickness, when you take 600 damage from the storm, that's when it starts ticking you for even more and more, like to where you could barely survive. So they got to be careful for storm sickness, and it doesn't look like they have to look for storm surge tags this game because there's 59 players left in the 5th circle. I think they're playing a lot more aggressive. Earlier today, we saw so many players around this time, like 70 players up in the 5th circle.
You can tell the confidence is definitely increasing as the matches go on. We saw that first game, nobody taking any engagements, and the action is almost not stopping here in game 5. But Acorn now, we saw him hiding before as he lost Epic Whale. He has those 4 legendary slurp juices, so he's going to be able to stay a long time in zone, but he's still missing his duo partner, trying to find an opportunity to get the reboot. But you can see with so many duos in Storm, you never really know if it's safe, especially without a flare gun to mark those opponents. As we switch back over to Queasy and Vino, though, who are not in the best of situations, but it could be worse.
It's not looking too good. And especially for Acorn, if he's trying to reboot, oh, look at them taking out the vehicle early. That's actually a very smart play. They don't want them to rotate, and they want to catch them while they're rotating on foot rather than the vehicle, because in the vehicle, it's hard to get some tags.
Yeah, thinking ahead as the Cybertron cannons continue to blast all these bunkers away, breaking those metallic pieces bit by bit, as it's Muzz and Bully who are actually getting kind of lasered here by Vino. He's not a fan of any vehicle on the map here, but he does have that NPC.
Yeah, Bully and Muzz not looking too good. Muzz going down. Oh, man. King also going down. Yeah, when your car explodes in the middle of the map, that's like a siren. Like, hey, look at me.
Danger.
Oh, he just canned himself. No.
No,
Bully and Muzz taken out. Booga going down in the kill feed as well to Dark. Oh man, we got some big names going down, and yeah, like I said, when you have a car, it's good, but you gotta be careful, because if it explodes right next to you, that's a siren for everybody. Hey, look at me, my car just exploded. I might be low HP, and that's exactly what happened to Muzz and Bully.
A lot of self-inflicted damage in this match from the start to the end here. So we switch over to the NA West duo, but now on Central, Pars and Baka. But if we look back, Vidil, Mr. Savage, game 4. Victors looking to make something happen, the back-to-back. We got to be careful with so many players around. Threats is a solo close by. That tree not going to last much longer as Mr. Savage and Vidil split in different locations here. So now they're not even together, as Vidil is just trying to outlast the bullets, going tree by tree, using what he can from the environment as Mr. Savage takes shots to cover him.
Yeah, he found Threats and he eliminated him. Threats was a solo and he didn't have any heals anyway, so if I were Threats, I actually wouldn't have shot, but I think he had to because the zone was moving and he just had to get like maybe a refresh and opportunity. He had to take that risk to get any loot that he can find. Baka and Pars actually playing really well this game. They have 2 eliminations and they were waiting on the high ground in a really good position, and they kept their vehicle. So now they just use that vehicle, don't use any rotation. Oh, still getting cannoned.
No more shield. 26, 24, 0 HP left for Vidil. Knocked down all up to Mr. Savage now with his med mist Cybertron cannon. The zone is ticking quickly though.
Yeah, he only has 35 HP on the med mist, so he has to get out of there as fast as he can, or he might be going down to Storm soon.
Queasy Vino continuing though, looking a lot more healthy than Savage and Vidil as they split up a little bit to not hit each other with those shockwaves. You can see how high Queasy went with that soaring sprints augment combined with the shockwave impulse grenade.
Cease and Blake have to get out of there. Oh my! And you cannot be in the open for too long. Vidal going down in the kill feed, or in the elimination feed. We got Andalex going down as well. Man, Blake escaping. Cease knocked, but he's not going back for him.
I believe that was Malabuka as well, hiding down below, trying to be as safe as possible, but without the porta bunkers, without the cover, it's very difficult. For Blake though, 4 shockwaves, 4 bunkers, looking a lot safer.
Yeah, he's just acting like he's not there. He put that bunker down and he's like, please nobody look at me, please. Epic Whale is actually back up. Acorn got him up, he rebooted him.
He got him?
He's looking really healthy, but they don't have any meds, extra meds. Gentle going down in kill feed, or in the elimination feed. Veno also being taken out.
Gotta be careful here. The zone gets smaller and smaller. These last moments, especially in Zero Build, are extremely chaotic. You have to be careful with what your choices are as Kika gets knocked down up above Tax and Moo on that high elevated position, getting that visual awareness and all these opponents close by. Epic Whale, though, no more shield left to work with. He's gonna have to do a very risky rotate here.
Yeah, 36 players left. Man, Amar and Rezon rotating mid-map. Malabuka, as a solo, has no extra meds. Man, Tripper, they have pretty good loot. Quanti, taking out Pars and Baka.
It's looking good as zAndy here grouping up with Refsgaard. They were looking incredibly strong throughout this whole tournament, staying in that top 3, top 5 as the day goes on. And Malabuka has been up for so long without porta bunkers, without shockwaves, with nothing, but he's still up just like Epic Whale there, crouched behind the bunker. You really have to be sneaky in this game mode.
Malabuka going down as you were speaking about him.
No, they cast a curse. No. Bloomy though, gonna get in that engagement. 2 versus 2, it's Pink, it's a Nos. As Pink goes down, it's all up to a Nos. Now he hits that 1 pump on Bloomy though. Lardle now, the 1 versus 1. Who is gonna connect more shots here as Lardle does it and Nos goes down, but now
HP.
He has to be careful. 17 HP, edge of zone, just 24 seconds until it starts closing here. But Mu and Tax, they've been holding strong.
Yeah, they're lasering Opt right now, and they're making sure that they do as much damage as they can before. Oh, they're getting caught in a bad spot. 16 players left. Opt going down.
Refsgaard, zAndy, 8 eliminations total, taking those shots with the Cybertron cannon. But you gotta be careful where you aim it, Refsgaard. Yeah. Losing some HP himself here, but almost a double-digit elims. This could be a huge match for the duo.
He's not even holding a shotgun. He was just holding meds in the cannon and an MK.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. Acorn actually went down, and Epic Whale just chilling, waiting for the placement points.
Tax Mu continuing strong here. 5 eliminations for the duo, looking to rack up a bit more as Hero and Farhad now. 2 total elims, popping that legendary slurp juice to stay in the zone just a bit longer as they continue their rotate. But Refsgaard and zAndy having a nice rotate on the non-congested side of this zone here. Hero with another elimination takes out Dark. Gentle, I believe, as well.
8 players left. It's looking really good for Fahad and Hero. They just gotta get to zone because it's taking for so much damage. Tax getting tacked for so much. Refsgaard, 23 HP. Tax.
Oh. Unstoppable. zAndy, 6, 7 eliminations. Farhad goes down. Mixin, Blotcha still up as a duo. 5 total eliminations. The 2 versus 2 now. 4 players up. Refsgaard, zAndy going against Mixin and Blotcha.
Oh, and he got him down with a cannon. It's a 2v1 now. Andy versus Blotcha, but Mikeson. Oh, this is intense because Andy has the most HP. It's a 1v1. They're both knocked. Andy throwing the shockwave. Get in the end zone. Going for the elim. Oh my gosh, Andy making a pro play right here. He's taking so much damage to Storm. Andy has to go to zone, but he has to watch behind him because he might get lasered. Mikeson running out of med mist. He has to get the zone. It looks like he's going down to the Storm. Andy about to look back. He found another med mist. It's med mist versus med mist right now. 1v1. Mikeson just staying in the Storm. It's looking good for Andy. I think he's gonna take the win. He's getting shot. 1 HP and Andy with the victory royale. Let's go!
The excitement,
look how hyped they are.
The energy, the hype. zAndy and Refsgaard not only with the victory royale, the double-digit elimination victory royale, total of 14 eliminations for this duo. You can see that excitement. You can see that hype, the screams. They were already top 3 on the leaderboard, but now with that huge victory royale, they're just that much closer to putting that crown